Checking in with Quincy City Clerk Nicole Crispo for an update on the latest Board of License Commissioners meeting, and of course, a preview of the upcoming presidential election. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Doing great. We're last week of September here. My gosh, it's flying by.
Certainly is.
We'll talk about the election, which is really the big news.
Yes,
But we did have a license board meeting too, right?
we certainly did. Full board yesterday at 4 p.m. and it got right underway. Agenda item number one here regarding the request of Councilor Richard Ash for a special use permit, 1-day beer and wine license for a food truck Sundays hosted by Councilor Richard Ash. Events are scheduled for Sunday, September 29th at Faxon Field and Sunday, October 13th at the Four River Clubhouse from 1 to 4 p.m. Jay Southwood was there. He is going to do the beer and wine for the event. This is a family event, touch a truck. I know Black Creek Barbecue will be there and perhaps some others. And this is something that Councilor Ash has done in the past for his Ward 2 constituents. Great family days. And this also went through 5-0. Agenda item number 2. Hearing regarding the request of Merry Men Foundation for a 1-day beer and wine license for the Boston Bruins alumni versus Merry Men Foundation hockey game at 2 p.m. on Saturday, October 26th at the Quincy Youth Arena at 60 Murphy Memorial Drive. Walter Hannon was there. They've done the event in the past. This is a ticketed event. And this went through 5-0 as well. Agenda item number 3, hearing regarding the request of the Hospital Hill Neighborhood Association for a special use permit, 1-day beer and wine license for a fall block party on Saturday, October 26th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Edward Mulrain was there. This is an event that they've been doing for years up there with the kids. They wanted to make it a little broader with the beer and wine for a full family event. They're working with TPAL on shutting part of Glendale Road down. They will have food trucks and live entertainment.
Nice.
That went through 5-0. There's also, for the record, October 27th rain date from 11 to 6.
Very good. Let's hope they don't need that.
I know. Agenda item number 4, hearing regarding the request of Off the Hook 1269 C Street for a temporary extension of premise for their annual Oktoberfest event on Saturday, October 5th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. with outdoor music. John Galligan was unable to attend the hearing yesterday, but we know this is an annual event since Off the Hook has opened up. And Detective Brown got up and spoke and said that he will be in touch with John Galligan to make sure that he reaches out to TPAL and the Quincy Police and to work in conjunction with them on making it, again, another great event for Off the Hook. And that went through 5-0. Agenda item number 5, hearing regarding the request of the 99 Restaurant of Boston LLC doing business as the 99 Restaurant and Pub, 59 Newport Ave, for a change of manager from Frank Rampino to Cindy Medeiros on their all alcohol beverage restaurant license. Cindy Medeiros was there. She's been an employee there since 2008 and has taken on the role of manager for the 99 Restaurant. And fire prevention, spoke to the new manager about making sure that they were up to date on all their inspections. And that was a concern. So their application will be put into the ABCC today. However, contingent on the fire inspections, will they get their new license? But sure, everything will be good to go for the 99 restaurant. So that went through 5-0, contingent on the fire prevention going in. Agenda item number 6, hearing regarding the request of Shankar Bole LLC, doing business as Neighborhood Variety, Luis Gomez, manager for an off-premise retail package store, wine and malt beverage license for the premise located at 132 East Howard Street. The proposed premise is 2,465 square feet, single-story retail convenience store. Attorney Megan Parent was there. This is an off-premise retail package store wine and malt beverage license. There were no one there that was opposed to it. They did do a mailing. Everything was good with the application, so that went through 5-0 as well. And our next hearing will be on October 8th.
Okay, very good. Which will be a lot closer to the November 5th election.
Yep, absolutely. I thank you for this opportunity all the time to bring to light what's coming, what's in front of us, and what's happening in our election department, because it is a very busy place right now. It's a buzz. And I encourage everyone who has received that vote by mail application in the mail from Secretary Galvin. It's very easy. All you have to do is sign it and send it right back into us. You can leave it here at the election department, walk it in, or you can put it in the mail. To get those back to us, I encourage everyone to do that as soon as possible, so that as soon as we get the ballots, we'll do a mass mailing and get those ballots out to you as soon as we can. There are 5 questions on the ballot. So it's 2 ballots, front and back of both. So, want to give people time to learn about the questions, to make their choices and get that ballot back to us as soon as they can. So we do encourage everyone who wishes to vote by mail to get that card back to us. The last day we can accept the cards back is October 29th at 5 p.m.
Okay. That's really pushing it, though, with the November 5th.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
It certainly is. So we encourage everybody to get them into us early, so we have ample time. We work very closely with our post office. We're on the phone with them every day. They're on the phone back to us. They'll do multiple pickups a day. We'll do multiple drop-offs. The things that people are hearing on the news, I want to say don't happen in Quincy, because we have such a good relationship with our post office here in Quincy, and we work really hard to ensure that we're getting the latest and greatest out to people and get our information in. They're working to get it to us. We're working to get it back out to them, and the same on the other side. So please don't have any fears about, the post office. Like I said, we talk to them daily to make sure that we're not leaving any mail sitting over there. We're not leaving any mail sitting here. So that's important for everyone to know. The last day to register to vote for the November 5th election is October 26th. We'll be here at City Hall from 8:30 to 5 p.m. And that's also a day of early voting. You could come here, register to vote, and early vote at the same time, if you wish to do that. Speaking about early voting, we will be having early voting October 19th through November 1st. I'm going to break it down a little bit. October 19th and the 20th will be at Central Middle School. New spot. No voting at North Quincy High this year. They had some previous commitments, and Central was gracious enough to have us. We're excited about the spot. It's got great parking. That's the first weekend. We'll be there 8:30 to 4:30, Saturday and Sunday, October 19th and 20th. And then we'll bring it all back here for Monday morning, where we'll open up in the Great Hall, 8:30 to 4:30, October 21st through November 1st.
Okay.
One more deadline, last day for an absentee ballot is noon the day before the election.
Okay. November 4th, Monday. Okay. And then in person, right? November 5th.
That's it. All 31 precincts will be open. I think people liked the change at Southwest Middle School with having it in the gym. I got some positive feedback from both constituents in the area, and the poll workers said that people were coming in and commenting that it was a good change. And thank you to the superintendent, and thank you to the administration for always helping us. And most of all, first and foremost, my staff here at City Hall and the election workers. We're doing a big training of our election workers in the coming weeks to make sure that everybody's prepared for this election. It is going to be a busy one. We're expecting a turnout of, between 72 and 78% of our 65,000 voters. So, we're trying to make sure that, everyone gets an opportunity. And if anyone has any questions, concerns, they can certainly call us here at 617-376-1144. That's our election department. And I think that we're in a good place, and we're working hard to make sure that everyone gets the opportunity to vote.
With the longer ballot, Nikki, with the ballot questions and two-sided, do you anticipate maybe some waiting at the polls in person?
Yeah, we do. However, we suggest that everybody read over the red booklet that's put out by Secretary Galvin's office. It's a key. It's a great tool. It gives you all the information. There's a brief summary and then the whole description of the question. So I would suggest, doing your homework before you go to the polls, so you can bring a cheat sheet, you can bring the book, you can bring somebody to help you, you can ask a poll worker for help, but be in the know before you go. Would be the best way. And same here with the early voting. I anticipate it's going to be busy for those 2 weeks. So to know the ballot before you come, if you don't have the red booklet, you can certainly go on to the Secretary of State's website and request a booklet. Or we usually get booklets here. We haven't gotten them yet, but we should have booklets here hopefully by October 8th when I talk to you next. And we'll either be able to mail them out to people if they request it, or they can come and pick it up here in person. if we get, you know, a big amount, we'll, you know, drop some off at the library and have some available in some key locations throughout the city for people to pick up.
Okay, yeah, because the full texts of the questions is quite lengthy. I was
It is,
surprised at some of them, so you
yeah.
really need to take your time.
And you can also get that text on Secretary Galvin's website as well.
Right, absolutely, yeah. But to give yourself enough time to comprehend them, because a lot of it is in legalese too, so you really have to
Yeah,
stay,
yeah, they're tricky. They're worded tricky, so you really have to know what decision you want to make
right.
and put it on the ballot.
Yeah, like you said, there is a worksheet at the back of that booklet where you can write down what you want to vote, and that way, when you go to the poll, you're not confused.
That's right.
And now for in-person, if you could just explain again, Nikki, forms of identification that folks might need if they go to the polls.
So we are a state that does not require IDs at the polls, but if you are flagged with an ID requirement, it means that you went to the registry of motor vehicles, you mailed in a voter registration, and it was incomplete in some way. Most of the time, it's either the last 4 digits of your social or the S number on your ID or license that was not but verifiable. So, you know, as long as you have either a picture ID, something with your name and mailing address on it, you can vote in person. You can run out to your car and get your registration to your car. You can bring something, your gas bill, your electric bill, anything that says that your name and your address.
Okay, okay. And that, I mean, if folks, like I registered when I was 18 a million years ago, and I don't remember if I filled that in or not. So this is.
Well, as long as you've been voting, this would be for first-time voters.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so if you're a first-time voter flagged only with that ID requirement, if you've voted in the past, that's not going to be an issue for you. However, if you did not return your city census, you'll be flagged as inactive. And if you're flagged as inactive, you have to sign an affirmation saying that you still live at that address.
Okay.
And once you sign that affirmation, then you can get your ballot vote.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
It'll be a busy one for sure. Yeah.
It will.
All righty. And if folks have questions, of course, like you mentioned, your office or your city website.
Yep. There's a lot of information on our city website. Anything that we think is helpful, we make a flyer, put it on there. Go to departments, city clerk, and then scroll down to elections, and all the information is there. Vote by mail application, vote to register to vote is there. Where do I vote is there. The hours of early voting, vote by mail, all the deadlines are there. So we encourage you to use our website as well.
All right. Appreciate the update, Nikki, and great job by you and your staff as always.
Thank you. Take care.